Hello, hello, and welcome to At Home with Lucas. So if it looks a little bit different, that's because I am sitting down, which I haven't been in quite a while, and I am looking at my front-facing camera. So if my hair looks like it's to the opposite side as normal, that's because I'm using the front-facing camera once again. I got my blue microphone right here, and I'm just trying to get a nice, relaxed sort of relaxed feel. And I'm going to tell you a story. I'm going to tell you a story of what happened yesterday. This is a good story. It's not a sad story. So don't worry about that. I'm trying to slow down a little bit in my episodes, not come at you so quickly. I'll still come at you quickly if I need to, depending on the video, but in this one, I wish I had a cigar right now, and I got my my espresso. Well, it's kind of a fake espresso because it's half pour over and then half espresso. Because I had some pour over left, and I was like, you know what, I'm gonna throw that in, and it's not bad. It's not bad. It's the Italian coffee. I did a review on that a few episodes back. And then it is my, I'm blanking on the name. I'll think of it in a minute. Lavazza. That's it. My Lavazza Nespresso pod. The Lungo. I did a review on that. But anyways, so in this talk, well, not talk, but the story begins 2 days ago. I wanted to go hiking. Every time the sun is blaring through the windows early in the morning, I just get this like charge inside of me that's like, we need to go on a hike. I grew up in Northern California, and hiking there was beautiful. So from the age of like 7, I think, 7 or 8, I believe, was the first time I went hiking in California. So I have fond memories of going up into the mountains and doing some pretty legit hiking with the family. Nothing too crazy. We didn't have any hiking gear or anything like that because we were extremely poor. But I have a very fond love for hiking. And I have learned recently that my family does not do traditional hiking. We actually do trail running. Because we run down the hills, and then we run, I would say, halfway up the hill until we're tired, and then we hike up the hill, and then we begin to run again. Most of the actual hiking is running, believe it or not. So we brought, let's see, I think it was 2 years ago, we brought a family friend with us on a hike, and she literally, I think, had the hiking boots, the hiking backpack, she had the hiking walk, and I don't know if she had a stick or not, but I my memory says she had a stick, but I don't think she did. And she literally was like, "What are you guys doing?" And we're like, "This is what we do." And she's like, this is not hiking. You guys are running through the forest and the woods, and like something straight out of Twilight. And that's when I realized, I was like, oh, we're not hikers. We are trail runners that say we're going hiking. Because we don't know, none of us knew that what we were doing was trail running. So I thought that was just hysterical. And my beautiful fiance, which was my girlfriend at the time, I warned her. I said, look, we don't go hiking, we go trail running, because she had never been hiking with us as a family. I still don't think she's been hiking with us. Well, we did hike down the Grand Canyon when she was 4 months pregnant, and that was insane. That was not a fun time. It was fun going down and crazy going up. But anyways, so 2 days ago, I started talking about going hiking. There's a place called Nashville, Indiana, not Nashville, Tennessee, but Nashville, Indiana. We call it Brown County. That's the name of the county. So a lot of people will refer to it as I'm going hiking in Brown County, also because it's called Brown County State Park. So I have always referred to it as Brown County. But recently, when I was talking about Brown County, people were like, I don't know where that is. I literally talked to someone who's like, I have no idea where Brown County is. And then I start talking about the area, and they go, oh, you mean Nashville, Indiana? I go, no, it's Brown County. He's like, no, it's Nashville, Indiana. And I was like, oh, I did not know there was a difference, or, whatever, until I looked at the map, and I was like, oh, this is Nashville, Indiana. It's Brown County. That's the county, which is hilarious because most places don't go necessarily by the county. But anyways, so there's an amazing pizza place there called Big Woods. If you ever go to Nashville, Indiana, or Brown County, whichever one you navigate towards, you're going to get to the same place. Big Woods Pizza is absolutely amazing. I believe they're a brewery also. So the plan was to go on a hike, get some amazing pizza in this time of stay home, hunker down, whatever. We started staying home and hunkering down weeks before the stay home, hunker down was in effect in Indiana. And I think I didn't leave the house for an entire week straight. I don't even think I walked outside. And that's not uncommon for me. I'm a homebody. I'm a nester, so I can stay home for long periods of time. I stay at home with my kid anyways, so I'm a stay-at-home dad. So it comes natural to me. If I don't get a call from UPS to go and do a delivery, then I'm at home. So some weeks, I'll literally just be at home for an entire week straight. But anyways, so lost my train of thought. Oh no. So anyways, we were staying home, and doing that before it was actually, advised. And there's signs everywhere that say, essential travel only. But we're allowed to go outside. We're allowed to go on hikes. Actually, all of the state parks in all the state parks in Indiana are free right now and open, which is absolutely amazing because I've heard other places like Hocking Hills State Park in Ohio closed. And I don't know if that's because the main attraction at Hocking Hills is like somewhat of a group gathering in a sense, because you hike to this one area. If you've ever been, you know what I'm talking about. But you hike to this one area, and basically you have the ability for a lot of people to congregate there, and definitely more than 10 people at a time, I would imagine. Especially now, everyone seems to want to go out hiking and camping and whatnot. But anyway, so Indiana did an amazing thing, and they said free parks, absolutely free, which is so cool because I think that everyone should go out and experience a hike, experience, something during this crazy time that we're in right now. But anyways, okay, I lost my train of thought again. It's way too early. I woke up at 4:45 a.m. Lately, I've been waking up, and if I wake up 9 times out of 10, not going to fall back asleep. Like, my body literally is like, get out of bed now. We are not happy. I have like a consistent chronic back pain ever since I had my little boy. Maybe I should go to the chiropractor. I don't know. I definitely should. But anyways, so So we're allowed to go on hikes. We are allowed to go camping, as long as you're not, doing a giant camping trip or something where you have 20 people with you. I don't think that would be allowed at all. But anyways, so Thursday, which was 2 days ago, well, now it's 3 days ago. Thursday was windy and it was cooler. And my beautiful fiance was like, let's go Friday. And, I'm kind of like one of those guys that, like, when I get an idea in my head, I want to just follow through with it. And I was debating on whether to go on a bike ride or try to, get everyone ready and go on a hike, or go on a bike ride, then a hike, because I'm crazy like that. So we ended up pushing it to Friday. So I went on a hour and 30-minute bike ride, which was absolutely amazing. I'm so obsessed with cycling, and I'm so thankful I got back into it. I literally thought I was going to sell my cycling bike because I was getting chunky. That's right. So went on the cycling bike ride, loved it, progressed. I've only been on the bike 2 times this year, and I've already progressed since the first ride, which is awesome. But anyway, so we pushed it to Friday, and the more I thought about it, I was like, yeah, this is actually really good. It's going to be warmer, less windy, blah, blah, blah. So Friday rolls around. I end up doing a 3-mile run, 3.2 mile run. And so I was already, good amount of exercise in, and then took my dog for a walk and got everyone ready. Well, my fiance got us ready. She's amazing at that. So thankful to have her. She got everything ready, and we jumped in the Honda Fit, and we headed to Brown County. And it was a good drive. It's about an hour and 5-minute drive for us. It's southeast from Indianapolis, an hour and 5 minutes. And there's multiple ways to get there. You could take 60, you could take 65, or you could take, I think it's like, you could take 3 or 4 different back roads, which is really cool. So one might be more windy, one might be a little bit more like you're driving through neighborhoods, kind of small towns. So it's a really cool way. There's multiple ways to get there, which is really, really cool. But anyway, so the drive there was great. We get to the park, free entry. We go and we find our basically the first pull off where there's a bunch of cars. We park, and my little boy was just obsessed with running up to every car and inspecting the tires. He literally became like a tire inspector, and he's like touching, with his little pointer finger, just like, yep, that one's good. And then you go to the next one, that one's good. It was hilarious. He spent probably 5 minutes, I would say, easily inspecting. We brought a stroller and a baby carrier, and I looked at the trail, and it was a legit trail, which means no stroller. You're hiking. Like this is not a giant 5-foot path. It's a 2-foot path that is just doing this the whole time. So we decided to do the baby carrier, and that is something I purchased off of Amazon. It was like, I think I paid like $25 for it. I think it was on sale. And that thing works really well, but it's not the best. Like it is one of those things where if you don't have it adjusted right, you're going to have back pain. Luckily, I had it adjusted right, and I did not have back pain. But anyways, so we, excuse me, we look at the map, and the map says 3.4 miles. And it says that you're going to do a loop, basically, like an odd-shaped loop. And it's 3.4 miles. And you're going to go by a lake, and then you're going to come back. So we venture out at 1:30 p.m. and we get to the lake, and we had a great hike. Little boy was trying to be super independent and just take off on his own, which was quite funny. And he did a decent. He did a tiny amount of hiking. He did a little toddler hike. So he put in probably a total of 3 minutes, I would say, of actual hiking, because he tends to want to sit or just go off in some weird direction towards a hill because they're obsessed with danger, I think. But anyways, we get to the lake, and then we were very confused because we didn't know how to get back, meaning we didn't know where the loop continued on. So we're at the lake, and there's a little park, and there's a bathroom, and there were like 5 motorcyclists just chilling. And my little boy wanted to climb this hill to them. He wanted to get to the guys on the motorcycle, and it was hilarious. Like, if you picked him up, he'd scream, "Ah!" And you put him down, and he'd just continue right back on towards those motorcyclists. And, then they revved up and took off, which was actually good because then he lost a little bit of interest. But he was climbing up hills, I say hills, but they were hills for him. They were just little mounds going up to trees. And he was just going straight up them. Like, at one point he was leaning back like, whoa. And then he leaned forward. He knew to countercorrect his balance, and he made it right up. I was super proud. And he was showing me that this guy is going to be able to hike one day. Like, he is not one to give up. If he has a goal in mind, he gets tunnel vision, and he's just like, I'm going straight for that. But anyways, so we ended up having to ask somebody who also was lost, which was kind of funny, but they thought that the way you go was to go back and then make a left or a right, which would then send you onto the loop. So we're like, okay, so we go back and we see the bridge we came over on, and so we go, okay, we got to go straight. Well, what we didn't realize was there were multiple ways to sort of to go back. So we ended up going the long way, which meant we went on a 6.8 mile hike, roughly. It was roughly 6 miles. And when I tell you that my beautiful fiance was ready to kill me, she was ready to kill me. There were several points where we would see cars and go, okay, there's where we parked. And then the trail would literally just bypass that area completely, and we'd be going for another 15 minutes. And at one point, I think we climbed 140 man-made steps. Someone said they counted it, and it was 140. That was an insane challenge. I had the little guy on my chest at that point, because me and the beautiful fiance were swapping. She had him on the back a couple times. She had him on her chest. And sometimes I would just carry him. I was just like, it's easier just to hold him in my arms until my arms died, and then I'd put him in the carrier. But thankfully on the way back, the little guy was absolutely amazing in the carrier. He was chilling out. He ate some food. Super nice. Very peaceful. But anyways, so we are so confused because we're thinking that at any moment we're going to see the parking lot where we started and we're going to be done. And at one point I see a couple sitting at a picnic table, and I asked them, I said, do you know where the first turnoff is by the entrance? And he goes, oh, that's way down there. And we're like, what? Way down there? Like, how far? Oh, 2 miles. 2 miles? There's no way. And we go, the one with the shelter in it, because there's like this old shelter. It has some name. I don't remember the name. And he goes, oh, that. Okay. No, he goes, oh, that's only 10 minutes away. And my fiance was like, you probably just saved this guy's life because I'm going to murder him if it's 2 miles. Oh, man. Because at one point she said go left and I said go straight. And that's how we ended up going 6.8 miles. So sure enough, it was only 5-10 minutes away. And at that point, we were both like oddly not hungry. And then literally as soon as we get to the car, our stomachs like went from hiking mode to eating mode, like hunger mode. And we were just like, yeah, we're starving. So we drive back to the main little strip. It's like this beautiful little village, we'll call it, maybe a village. It's got shops and restaurants, and I think it has a couple breweries. And then just down the street, there's like hotels and other things and cottages and whatnot. And normally you go here and it's just packed full of people shopping and, eating and, enjoying the outdoors. But because of the COVID-19, no one was there at all. Like there was one family sitting in front of Big Woods Pizza. I think it's called Big Woods Brewery, but anyways, they have amazing pizza. And we go and park the car, and the idea was to get the pizza and go across the street to this little grassy hilly area where there was a picnic bench just sitting in the middle, and no one was around it. So we thought, oh, we'll get our pizza, go across the street, and eat our pizza there. So we go to the front. We got the stroller out, put the little boy in the stroller. We go to the front, and it says, due to the COVID-19, carry out only, and you can only enter into the side door in the alley. And we're like, oh, okay. So we go down this alley, and there's just this single door, and it says Bigwood on the glass, and there's a couple sitting drinking a beer outside, and we're like, oh, this is interesting. They're sitting at a table, and so I go to the door and I go to open it, and I'm like, I feel like I'm doing a drug deal or something, enter into the side alley. And the couple heard me and they laughed. They thought that was funny. And I look in there and it's like packed. Well, it wasn't packed, but for the times we're living in right now, if you see more than 2 people, you're like, I got to get out of here. This is too much, too many people. So we decided we're just going to wait a minute. And then one person came out, and my fiance was like, okay, I'll go in there. And so she goes in there, and I hope this is in focus. I feel like I'm not in focus that well. I don't think I wiped off the lens either. But anyways, sorry, my ADD kicked in, or at least that's what my fiance calls it. But anyways, non-diagnosed. So my fiance goes in there, and the idea was we're gonna get 2 personal pizzas, some buffalo wings, and some French fries for the little guy. And she goes in there and she looks at the menu, and all she sees is pizza. She doesn't see anything else. So she is a superhuman who absolutely loves people. And so she puts herself in other people's shoes all the time. And she works with people at a department store, Forever 21. So she is constantly used to customers who are rude and just crazy and blah, blah. So every time she deals with other people who are at work, she treats them like she'd want to be treated, which is really amazing. I applaud her because I cannot do that. Not that I'm a rude, mean person, but, I don't know that life of, whatever. So anyways, so she goes in there, comes back out, and she's like, it's going to be a 30-minute wait. And I'm like, I don't care. I'll wait. So I tell her, get the chicken pizza, buffalo chicken, because we've only been there once before. So the idea was I was going to get the same thing I had before because it was dynamite. But anyway, so she goes in there, and that's when the husband of the couple that was sitting there having a beer was like, oh, 30 minutes. I should probably put in our order now. So they're going back and forth talking about their order and blah, blah, blah. And then I ended up chatting them up, and, you know, they were very nice people. And sorry, I got some phlegm. But anyways, so after a very long time, my fiance comes out, and we end up sitting down and having a nice talk, and the boy was just absolutely perfect. And then the pizza comes, and she's like, oh, I should have gotten refreshments, something to drink. She's like, I want a Dr. Pepper so bad. So we go to the car, and we get the baby situated, and we crack open the pizza, and then she's like, oh, I wish I had a Dr. Pepper. I wish I had a Dr. Pepper. I'm like, there's a gas station a second down the road. Let's go. So we literally close up the box of pizza and pizzas and drive to the gas station. She goes in, gets 2 drinks, comes back out. We go and park, and we just had a lovely time eating pizza. It was so interesting to literally like create your own dining experience in your vehicle. And I would recommend this to anyone out there right now that is, you know, wondering how can we make normal out of this unnormal times. I would say go to your local restaurant that you love, get it to go, because a lot of them are still open. Find a place to eat, whether it's in your car or you see a lone picnic bench that doesn't have a sign on it that says you can't eat here because of the virus. Some do. There's actually a lot of signs on the hiking trail, like the little parks were closed. Other places were closed because of the virus. But anyways, I would say try to create normal out of this unnormal time. Try to create, you know, a feeling of joy, even when, you know, we're in this weird time where we're basically hunkered down in our homes and whatnot. But anyway, so pizza was absolutely phenomenal. And the soft drinks were amazing. And then we just, you know, we closed everything up and drove home, an hour and 5 minutes back home. And when I tell you this was the best day I've had in quite a while, it was the best day I've had in quite a while. And I am so thankful for my fiance. I'm so thankful for my little boy. I'm so thankful for the ability for us to just get in a vehicle and go out into nature. Because when you're out in nature, it's weird. It's like you forget the struggles and the worries and the troubles of the time we're living in. And that's something that I can do quite easily. It's weird. And I don't know if it's just me or if you're experiencing this too, but there's moments where I go, is this really happening? And not in like a I'm confused way, but in like a way of, if I don't check the news and I don't read the headlines and I don't watch the updates and I don't talk to people, then I literally am just like, I feel fine. Like weird. It's so strange. Like I feel fine. I don't feel scared of this. And I don't, thankfully, praise the universe, praise the Lord, praise God, whatever. I don't have anyone that is in my direct family that is being affected by this. We don't have any nurses or doctors. And thankfully, I don't have anyone who's sick, thankfully, that I know of. So it's weird. I feel detached almost. And I've kind of felt that way my whole life. So that's not anything new, but it's still strange because in a sense, this is a world war against COVID-19. We're in a world war. We are technically in the third world war, if you will. So it's strange because in normal situations of war, everyone is equally sort of on a similar playing field when it comes to the battle. Whereas this, I think we're going to look back and we're going to say, my experience of COVID-19 was not the same as your experience with COVID-19 or the same as their experience with COVID-19. So I think that we're going to all have different stories to tell about this time right now that we're in. And I think that that's going to be very unique and interesting. And I can just imagine all of the movies and podcasts and TV shows that are going to be formed around this sort of idea. But yeah, I don't know. At times I feel like it's just business as usual. But, once again, I'm a nester, I'm a homebody, and I happily live under a rock. I'm Patrick. Patrick Star. So, and most of my life I have sort of lived in a sense under a rock, meaning I tend to shy away from the importance of this world that we live in. And I don't think that that's a good thing, but for my psyche, it's the way I have to live in a sense. Like I don't get into politics and I try to stay as far away from that as possible. I basically have a very limited amount of brain capacity for other things than what's right in front of me. So whatever is right in front of me, I'm putting in at least 80% brain capacity on that if I can. And everything else just has to take a back seat. And maybe that's just me, or maybe that's a lot of people, but that's where I'm at with this COVID-19. Like, it's not right in front of me. I see articles. Lately, I've been just not reading articles. Like, if it's something to do with the money that's coming to us, I'll read that. Because I need to know, do I need to do something special? Do I need to do this or that? I'll read that. If it's something from the state that's telling us you can't do this, then I'm going to read that. But if it's something else, and I think I take in knowledge about this, and it's not filed away. It just goes in and out. Because every morning I watch Philip DeFranco, and I take in his knowledge that he's telling me about the COVID-19. And lately he's been giving really good info. So if you're not watching Philip DeFranco, I would recommend you watch Philip DeFranco, because he's not giving you the drama or the fear or the negativity. He's giving you the facts and the reality. And that's a blessing right now, because a lot of people are like, let's scare the crap out of people and get them to, whatever. Or they're saying the same thing. I feel like a lot of the news is like saying the exact same thing over and over and over again. So yeah, yesterday was a great day. It was a phenomenal day, and it was a day of joy. It was a day of exertion. I think I walked almost 20. I think I did 20,000 steps, 10.64 miles. So 3.2 miles for the run, and then the rest was Brown County. And I'm someone that desperately loves and enjoys and needs like extreme physical exercise. Like, I don't do well with tedious exercise, like going to a gym and working out. I do well with like going on a 20-mile bike ride, or going and doing a 6.4 mile hike or a 10-mile hike. Like, those things I love, because you're getting a wide variety of things. You're getting nature, you're getting fresh air, you're getting hiking, you're getting smells that you just wouldn't smell if you went to a gym. And especially right now with gyms being closed down, there's no better time to hit the trails. You know, if you liked running on a treadmill, go and run the trails. You know, go onto Amazon, find some trail running shoes, and, you know, create your own gym outdoors. But anyways, I think that I've rambled on enough. This is going to be a very long episode. But yeah, I felt like this was something that I needed to get out there. Also, if you're watching at this point and you have not yet subscribed by smashing that subscribe button down below, please do so. I'm trying so hard to get to 1,000 subscribers. I think I'm at 145 right now, maybe 146. And I'm at 3,200 something watch hours. So I'm close to the 4,000 watch hours, but I need to get to that 1,000 subscriber mark in order to start making some sweet YouTube money. And my dream right now, my dream is to make YouTube videos and to be able to exercise as I need to, run and cycle and whatever else comes along. And I need to, you know, take care of my family. I just want so badly to be able to say that I, you know, give to this family. And I give to the family, I do, but I'm not the breadwinner. I'm not the sole breadwinner. And I'm not saying that I have to be. My fiance is a phenomenal person. She works very, very hard and loves her job. And I would never take that from her. Like, you got it, girl. You got it. But I want that safety. I want that security of knowing that I can give to this family. And you know, it's one of those things where until you have a kid, it's not something that you can put into words, I don't think. But anyways, enough of that sappy stuff. Yeah. So if you haven't subscribed, hit that subscribe button. If you know someone that would like videos that I make, tell them about me. Share it on your Facebook, your Instagram, your Twitter. Please get the word out that I'm a YouTuber that is here for the long haul. I'm making videos that I think people will enjoy. And I'm constantly striving to get better. That's my goal in life. In 5 years, I want to be better than I am today, in a full, well-rounded way. I don't want to be egotistically better. I want to be a better human. Excuse me. So anyways, share me, tweet me, Facebook me, Instagram me. You know, let people know that I'm a channel that they should follow, that they should subscribe to. Let's get me to 1,000. I'm just asking the world right now, just get me to 1,000, and you know, and then I will be just a happy dad that continues to strive to make better and better videos. I'm always thinking of new videos and better content, so that you guys can enjoy it. So I'm going to end it there. I'm putting a pin in it. We're done. We did it. We hit 40 minutes. We're almost at 40 minutes. So this is a long one. If you watch this far, I love you. Absolutely love you. But once again, I thank you so much for watching my videos, and I will catch you in the next one. Bye-bye.